Hello, this is the TradeSite U.S. Stocks and Futures Market Preview for Tuesday, the 13th of December, 2022. Not a very exciting day. I moved up a bit late on Monday, but just not much there happening. Let's take a quick look at the Forex pairs, which you can see nothing moved. We're basically inside of Friday's range on all of them here. So it's pretty uneventful in general. Not much to say about Forex at the moment. Sorry, I just made a little adjustment there. Here's the ES front month futures contract. This is the daily chart of the broad market and futures forum. Now, we just got our 12. Okay. So if we get another day up, remember you have to be above the 8 to get the 13. So it'd have to be up around that 4100 level. But if we push up there, we can get the 13 sell signal on the seeker. And, to start with, the target would be the 36.2150 static trend line that you see down there. But we're very close, and you can see the last signal we had was the buy signal in May, and that did lead to a bounce. So it'll be interesting to see if this plays out. S&P cash was up 56.18 today. NASDAQ 100 up 143.11. Russell 2000 gained 21 points. Got crude oil was back up finally, but up to 73.71. That's still way off of what it's been at, obviously. And gold kind of just sat for the session. All right, so here's a look at Bitcoin, currently sitting at 17,000, just above 17,000. TLT, the 20-year bond ETF, came back a bit. Remember, we're starting a two-day Fed meeting on Tuesday. We also have the CPI number Tuesday morning before the bell. Obviously inflation's the game right now, so that can have an impact on the market. And so we shall see. But if it's too far out of range either way, probably get a reaction to that. And then, of course, the Fed on Wednesday. And that's going to keep us maybe a little slow. The VIX closes up 25 even. That's up 2.17 for the session. Advanced decline ratio in the New York was positive 1,002, and that puts us at the 10-day moving average there at negative 293. The trend closes the session at 1.36, and that puts the 10-day moving average at 1.17. So that's not a signal either way. Here's the intraday action. 5-minute candles on the ES going back a full week, which we don't really need to do here, but let's just, so we can see where we're at comparatively. And we had some really boring days last week. Oh my gosh. Tuesday and then Wednesday a little move up and then flat, and then Thursday flat and a little move down, and filled that gap from Tuesday. It's just unbearable. And today was just as bad until the last hour or so. And here's the NASDAQ side, which was just getting a 13 sell signal when we closed here late in the day on Monday. Let's go through some of these charts. So we've got Apple was up $2.28. Nothing really there. Amazon up $1.41. Meta up down 91 cents. Sorry, but just kind of flat. Google was up 45 cents, which is nothing. Goldman Sachs was up 404. Netflix up, down $5.21, but this thing's up near the highs. We're near a 13 sell signal on this one too, so let's keep in mind, that two more days up and we'd get that 13 sell signal, and that would be interesting because there's a lot of room back to that static trend line at 211.73. Tesla down $10.95. New lows basically are almost there. It's a breakdown. Nvidia was up $6.98 as the stocks continues to go up. And Zoom was up $1.43, saving itself from new lows. In terms of economic data, this is going to cover Tuesday and Wednesday because I think the big announcements are already baked in the cake, which is to say that we have the small business index at 6 a.m. Eastern time on Tuesday, the CPI at 8:30. That's the big one. We've got the 30-year bond auction at 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and then we've got overnight going into Wednesday. We've got the CPI out of the UK. We've got import-export prices here in the U.S. Wednesday morning. We got crude oil inventories, and then we got the Fed announcement at 2 p.m. Wednesday. That's going to be the big thing. And unfortunately, I'm going to miss it. And then the press conference 30 minutes later, and so we've got the initial and continuing. The unemployment rate out of Australia that night, and that's it. So I think we're going to be kind of locked in here, waiting, unless that CPI is a big surprise. I suspect we're going to be locked in here waiting for the Fed on Wednesday. I don't see that there'd really be any reason for much of a move, and especially considering we haven't been able to for over a week now. So that's about it. Charts as usual brought to you by NinjaTrader. If you've not yet taken a trial of our services, feel free to do so. We will help you out for a couple weeks. Have a great trading Tuesday and likely Wednesday.